Hey guys, it's Drew Schaefer, and we got some more college football post week 6 rankings. I know, seems like a long time ago since week 1 or week 0 as we refer to it. And there was quite a bit of good games last week. I'm not even kidding. Anyway, you know what? Let's get into the video and let's go. It says Notre Dame and USC are playing. They're in the third quarter. Why so late? I don't know. I gotta wake up at least 12 to make a birthday party at 1. So, yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Wait, let's just get into it. Let's get into it so I don't have to worry about it, and I'll edit it and post it hopefully tonight. Let's go. Be up till 12 again. Number 1, Georgia. No surprises. They defeated number 24 Kentucky, and I'm gonna say it was a boring battle. No, I'm kidding. It was 51-13. If you're a Georgia fan, you're loving every single thing about it. Like, it is so fun. But if you're a Kentucky fan, you hate it. And hey, at the end of the day, Kentucky, you're still ranked. You're just not undefeated anymore, unlike Georgia has been for 23 straight games. I know. It seems like a long time since Georgia's lost to Michigan. Also, another boring game to watch. Minnesota couldn't really do anything on offense, and they lost 52-10, but Michigan won 52-10. Fan, I could care less what they do, as long as, they stay away from us until, the last week of the season, where they typically, just crush us, crush our souls. Maybe this year will be different. I don't know. Let's go Buckeyes. Got that flag back there. And then you got number 3 Ohio State. My Buckeyes, we beat Maryland 37-17, and I will say it wasn't pretty in the first half. We cleaned it up in the second half, so I guess it's better than nothing. You got to be optimistic as a Buckeye and a Colts fan. Not going to lie. Florida State, they beat Virginia Tech 39-17, and hey, good win for them. Virginia Tech's not that good, but Virginia Tech put up 17, so I don't know. These top teams not really having much trouble. That's typical. The same cannot be said for number 5 Oklahoma, because they had a face off against number 9 Texas, and they came out at the end and clutched up and scored with 17 seconds to go, and Quinn Ewers could not do anything in 17 seconds, and they won 34-30. I believe it's a Cotton Bowl they refer to it as. And hey, all I'm saying, Oklahoma's kind of scary, but if they do lose a game, then that's wraps on their season, I'm sorry to say. But maybe that won't happen, and they are legitimate playoff contenders now. 6 Penn State, idle. Nice rest week for them. I think it's a pretty solid rest week. If you're 6 is a good rest week, I'd say. Then you got number 7 Washington. They also had a rest week, so not much to talk about for the Huskies. But then you got a number 8 Oregon, and they also had a rest week. Not even gonna lie. 3 teams inside the top 10 had a rest week, so they had it in a pretty solid location, if you know what I mean. Week 6 is, it's mid-season basically. You're ready to get into that swing to make a playoff push if you're a legitimate contender. If not, well, you're still making the push to make a bowl game. And well, these teams prove to me that they are not pushing for a bowl game, but higher. Texas, Quinn Ewers played a good game, but it was just not enough for Texas as they lost 34-30 against number 5 Oklahoma. Do I think their season's over? Not necessarily, but it would help if they could get some more wins, and maybe Penn State, Washington, Oregon, Oklahoma, or Florida State, like Ohio State. It would help them if they were to have people in front of them lose as they win, you know what I mean? And it honestly would not hurt to just have a couple of teams fall every week. Oh, my bad. Number 10, USC. Why does it feel like they are contenders on one week, but the next week they're not contenders? Arizona, of all teams, kept it close with Caleb Williams and the USC Trojans. And although they couldn't pull it off, I give them props. It's hard to beat a top 10 team. It's even harder to beat Caleb Williams, the former Heisman Trophy winner. Um, Overall, it's a very tough thing for Arizona to lose, but hey, USC won, but that was a scare. Alabama, and they had a scare as well. Texas A&M, remember, I believe it was 2 years ago. Texas A&M came in and they shocked Alabama, but this year just wasn't meant to be. They had the ball, but they let up a safety, and the game was over. And they almost had a touchdown. They could have cut it to like 2, but it was called back because the guy stepped out of bounds. But hey, it's okay. They probably weren't going to win the playoffs anyway. That rhymed, I believe. Which brings me to our next team, number 12, North Carolina. Where did they come from? Where did they come from? I'm not even joking when I say this. Anyway, number 12, North Carolina. No problem beating Syracuse. Syracuse is not a good team. 40-7. Not much to talk about, but hey, North Carolina, continue doing what you're doing, and you might just get a playoff spot. They lost to Alabama, and then they dropped down the rankings. Now they're back up to 13th, and they got the win, but it was a close one. A 27-20 win over Arkansas, but you know, it's nerve-wracking to have a loss like a win like that. They got number 14 Louisville, and they came in to Notre Dame South, but no, I think they were at home actually. I don't know, but they stunned the world by beating then number 10 Notre Dame 33-20. Jack Plummer, I believe he's a former Purdue quarterback. He played pretty darn good for a Purdue quarterback. So, playoffs? Maybe. Number 15, Oregon State, and such a high-scoring game, 92 total points combined, and they beat California 52-40, but man, pretty good game to watch, I'd say, whether you're a California player or not. I mean, a California fan or not. Number 16, and I might as well do number 17 as well. Duke and Utah both had bye weeks, so they also had a pretty good bye week placement. So they might want to give some props to the schedule makers for that one. UCLA, and they beat a ranked number 19 Washington State. There's actually 2 number 19s, and Washington State happens to be one of them. And well, they lost. Number 19 did. UCLA 25-17, good win for them. 8-point victory, not terrible. Number 19 was idle, so not much to talk about. Kind of talked about number 19 Washington State. They lost to number 18 UCLA 25-17. Tough for them, but there's ups and downs of the season, and hope maybe this is going to be their final down of the season. Number 21 Notre Dame. We do not have a 20 because there's 2 number 19s. Remember that. Lost to Louisville in a shocker. Louisville, to me, will always be remembered that the school that Lamar Jackson went to. And Louisville played phenomenal. Notre Dame not as well, but number 22 LSU. They were ranked 5th coming into the season, I believe, and they fell off to 22. But they did get the win at Missouri. It was a 3-point game until Missouri's quarterback threw a pick 6 at the end of the game. And Missouri could not rebound from that with only like 30 seconds to go. LSU, they get the win, but you know, you need to stop having close games like this to Missouri of all teams. Number 23, Kansas. They beat UCF. Remember when UCF was good? Those were the days, bro. I'm not kidding. They won 51-22. Congrats to them. Don't have much to say about that. Number 24, Kentucky, blown out by number 1, Georgia, 51-13. That's probably wraps on their season. Rest in peace, Bozo, I guess. I don't know what else to say, really. But, number 1 team, I don't know what you were expecting. If you came in expecting to win, I don't know what you're doing, really. Miami, Florida, and this team just... It pissed me Florida lose to Georgia Tech because of poor management of the clock and not kneeling the ball when all you had to do was kneel the ball. It's not that hard, dude.